Welcome back to Mike's Rusty Finds. Today we're going to take some crud cutter and we're going to spray down this Model 27 Singer. I'm not really worried about the finish because I'm probably going to wind up repainting it anyway. Just trying to get some of the crud off of it. And I'm going to be rinsing this in a bucket of water because it's been sitting outside anyway. I don't think there's going to be any more rust that can happen to this thing. I've gotten tore apart and I've freed up the mechanisms. So she rotates. Everything works. So as long as I dry this thing off in an expedient manner and get this thing oiled again, I think she's going to be just fine. Got to try to figure out what color we're going to paint this thing. I don't have the table for this, so never going to be able to really get it functioning the way it's meant to function. But we will work with her, and we're going to see if we can't just get it oiled up and get it to at least take a thread by hand. Like I say, she's cruddy and had creatures living in her and was out in the guy's front yard. So we're just gonna clean it as best we can. And I will come back when we have this thing a little cleaner. You can see from the crud underneath here. That's why I'm not really worried about scrubbing it down like this. She's got some rust. I looked up the serial numbers on this thing, and this is a Model 27 from 1901. So she's 125 years old. Like I say, that's been sitting out in someone's yard. We're just going to see if we can't give her a little love. Then I got to clean it up a little bit before I even think about tearing her apart. You don't really want to do what I'm doing if you're planning on preserving the finish on the outside of this thing. There's videos out there on how you're supposed to preserve the finish on these things. There's a certain way. I'm not sure whether this crud cutter is ideal for it or not, but like I say, I'm not worried about it because this is really cruddy, and I'm seriously considering painting this thing. Let me know down in the comments what color you think this should be. Last one I did was purple. So I'm pretty sure I can source the decals again. So I will get back to scrubbing here. We're going to rinse this thing off and see what we got underneath all this crud. Like I said, it's not exactly the way you should be doing this. But This thing's been out in the rain and the elements for a long, long time. I picked kind of a nice sunny day to do this, so she will definitely get to dry out, and then we will oil her up again. I'm sure there's some restorers out there that are just yelling at the computer screen right now. Yeah, I'm just trying to make it happen. She hasn't been presentable in a very long time. Well, now that escalated quickly. We're going to leave this door off while she's drying off. Kind of get everything air out, and as soon as it dries, I'll get some oil on this thing so it doesn't flash rust. The needle in this thing does not want to come out. It's rusted in there. Okay, let's dry this thing off a little bit. Let's see what she's hiding underneath. I'm not going to be able to get all of the grime off of here. Just want to get enough off so that we can kind of work, see what we got going here. Boy, I tell you, if this old girl could talk. Kind of a shame that I don't have the cabinet to go with it. But maybe somewhere along the way I will source a cabinet. Spider webs, leaves, whatnot, yard waste. No computerized stuff here. Okay. She works, and I freed up the bobbin winder. I got all these components unstuck. You can probably see a couple little marks from where I had to give it a little bit of love with some vice grips to wiggle it back and forth. But even the clutch works for rewinding and bobbing. So that's pretty much it for cleaning up the old girl. I'm gonna get some sewing machine oil, and we're gonna lube up some key components so that they don't rust too much more. The bobbin cover was there along with the bobbin, and it's pretty rusted. So I'm gonna have to download something to figure out how to wind that bobbin when we get to the point where she might be ready to sew. So that's about all I have for right now. Thank you for watching Mike's Rusty Finds. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to see more of this 125-year-old machine get brought back to life, please let me know. Let me know what color you think she should be painted. Black, and we'll put the stickers back on, or purple, or green, or yellow. Who knows? Anyway, thank you for watching. Just a little extra here so people know that I'm serious about the old girl. I'm gonna give her a little bit of love and oil here and there. Kind of displace some of that moisture that I just rammed into here. I'm sure she's not going to be happy with all the water. We're going to be real generous because, I mean, it's not going to be sewing anything. And these old machines, you really want to watch out for this lever. Make sure you don't bend it when you're flipping it over. We're gonna get in here and we're gonna lube up all these joints. We're gonna give her a good dose of oil anywhere where you have any moving parts. Like I say, because we just cleaned everything off with the water. Okay. Now it's time to just let her take some oil. And there you have it. She's cleaned off, not in the proper way, and oiled.